morning and welcome to another ACY Securities Market Update. My name is Alistair Schultz and I'm going to be your host through today's trading journey. Now, in the overnight news that we saw, we had the RBA come out with a speech from Deputy Governor DeBell, who was talking about the potential for quantitative easing and looking at the risk on the economy from the coronavirus. So at this stage, he's just hinted at things. There hasn't been any firm action taken and or any more relevant data about what exactly they're planning to do with quantitative easing. Now, in the other news that we had overnight, we had President Donald Trump talking about the potential for a tax cut. Now, they are looking to push this through as fast as possible, and the tax cut is there to try and help support the economy around this coronavirus pandemic that is occurring. Now, the question that is being placed amongst the board to everyone is this tax cut going to be a temporary measure that looks like it might roll out towards the end of the year, or is it going to be a permanent fixture? So, more on that a little bit later, but when we get a bit more information about it. But at this point in time, it seems that he's being highly criticized for looking to move towards a tax cut as opposed to increasing spending or helping along the lines in the healthcare system and, of course, in the containment of the virus. Now, the impact that we've actually seen that have on the S&P 500 and a variety of other markets has that we've had rallies overnight. And some of them have been as high as 7%, and some of them have even hit the upper limit for the triggered trades for the circuit breakers again. So the other day when we spoke about circuit breakers, we were seeing them getting triggered from a downside move. Now, the same principle applies on the upward side. We are seeing increased volatility around the board, and that has been the case for quite an extensive period of time now. So beyond that though, we've also had news come out on oil. And oil, the idea that I spoke about yesterday and how there's a bit of price war going on between Russia and Saudi Arabia, a little bit of positive news about Russia and potentially Saudi Arabia sitting down in sometime in the near-term future. But at the moment, there is still plans for them to both be pushing a large sum of product out into the market and therefore pushing the price down. So until we have a confirmation that they have made an agreement, then you have to assume that oil prices are still going to slide down further. Now, the news that we have ahead of the week. At 10:30 p.m, we have UK annual budget releases coming out tonight. We have, in addition to that, at 11:30 p.m, we have US CPI occurring. Now, bear in mind that it is not just the standard CPI, we're also getting the core. So have a look around that, especially there'll be some focus and interest on that purely because of the environment that America is sitting in right now when it comes to their economic policy and the anticipation for a rate cut again next month. So keep an eye on that today. And at 1 a.m. we have the US Treasury Steve Mnuchin. He will be speaking on US budgets. But that's all we have for right now. I'm sure we'll see you again later in the day. Have a good trading day ahead. And of course, if you want to get in contact with me to speak to me about any of the content we've covered today or perhaps in some of my other videos, feel free to send me a message at talktoal@acy.com. And of course, like and subscribe the video so you get more great content from us in the future. Have a good trading day.